I'm a Raider, Oakland Raider, from the Bay to LA to Las Vegas.
Just
I'm
win,
a
baby.
player, a boss player, and if you with me, pop your collar, shake them haters. I'm a Raider, Oakland Raider, from the Bay to LA to Las Vegas. Cause I'm a player, boss player, and if you with me, pop your collar, shake them haters. I'm a Raider.
What is going on, Real Raiders Podcast? I'm your host, Victor Freeze, back at it to give you all your silver and black news, man. Fortunately, once again, I'm without Mariota. It's a different situation, though. But, you know, see you next week, player. Man, it's been a rough 3 weeks, right? Man, it's crazy. But this week, I got 3 topics for y'all. We got the news and notes like we do every week. I'm going to do the takeaways from the Bengals game. And then I am going to preview this game that we got on Thanksgiving against the Cowboys, man. All right, so let's get right into it. I'm going to make it super fast. Starting with the news and notes. First thing on my news and notes is Incognito is probably done for the season, right? He suffered a setback in his rehab, and this man has missed basically both this season and last season. So I think he's done. I think the man should retire at this point. 38 years old. You gave it what you had, and it just wasn't enough, man. Definitely look for the Raiders to draft wide receiver, offensive line, and probably defensive tackle, maybe linebacker, depending how that all plays out too. Going on to my next news and notes. Henry Ruggs continued to doing dumb shit. He's on house arrest now. He was scheduled to perform a breathalyzer, missed his appointment that he had or whatever with the judge, and he's like, oh, but I passed it like shortly after. Yeah, dude, you're dumb. You already fucked up. Don't fuck up even more. Now the guy's on house arrest. He did post bail after the whole situation, but as you can see, he's still doing dumb shit. He did say he's facing up to 50 years in prison. And then my last thing is the big topic this week amongst the Raiders media is, should we move on from DC, man? And everyone's wants Marcus Mariota to start this week against the Cowboys, right? Honestly, Derek Carr, he has what it takes. We've seen him take command of this offense and have an explosive offense, bro. Like, we know what this offense is capable of, right? But dude, like, you all gotta understand, bro. Like, losing your head coach, losing your number one wide receiver, having to change your game plans and change the way your offense operates, bro. That shit's not easy, bro. And sure, he came out after the John Gruden news, won 2 games, right? But the Ruggs thing added a whole nother element to it too, man. Like, you gotta understand, like, this takes preparation, and it's like beyond something as we couch fans can understand, right? Derek Carr is a good quarterback, bro, and get a new number one wide receiver in the offseason, Devontae Adams, and maybe even draft one, bro, because Edwards has been having some trouble holding down even that wide receiver 2 position. But man, look, this is Carr's last year on his contract, is next year, right? Man, let him ball out, bro. Let's see what he does. And he doesn't produce with what we put on the field, and I think this time, to move on, or we could even draft a quarterback and have him learn to Derek Carr, because Derek Carr would be a great teacher. But as far as Marcus Mariota starting, no, bro. But should he get involved more in the offense? Yes, because obviously we've seen last 3 games there's been a huge problem scoring, right? We have not been able to score the ball, score the touchdowns when we get into the red zone. So Marcus Mariota could help out in the red zone in that case, but Marcus Mariota starting, no, especially on a short week, no, it's not gonna do him any favors, bro. So just stop that nonsense. Derek Carr has taken all the blame, and he's taking all the glory too, man. We know what he's capable of, and he's had those big games, and we've been there rocking with DC, man. I'm still rocking with DC for MVP, man. That's my quarterback till the wheels fall off, bro. Honestly, unless we get like some fucking Patrick Mahomes ass fucking quarterback, you know, there's what other quarterback are you gonna put into our system, bro? Honestly, think about it. What, you know what I'm saying? Like, people don't think about these things, and then okay, so Marcus Mariota does start injury concerns, and then also he has to get acclimated to running the offense again. And if Derek Carr is having trouble executing these plays, what makes you think that Marcus Mariota is going to execute these plays? I mean, he just needs to get in on his own packages. We're not moving on from Derek Carr, man. Maybe if a new head coach comes in, we might move on from Derek Carr. And speaking of new head coach, there's a lot of talks, you know, the way that Rich has been performing. And if we do get a new head coach, he might clean out staff, man. And I don't want him to clean out at least the defensive part. Gus Bradley has done an amazing job on the defensive side of the ball. I do not want to get rid of Gus Bradley. Please. Everything else, you can get rid of everything else. Mike Mayock I want to keep too. But Gus Bradley and Mike Mayock, don't touch them. But, you know, that's a thing to concern too. If we do get a new head coach, he might bring in his own quarterback and own staff, and it's another rebuild, bro. It's gonna be like, fuck, bro. But, you know, taking it 1 week at a time. We'll see how the season goes. So that's all the news and notes I got right there. I'm gonna switch gears and go on to the takeaways from the Bengals game. Right, so this game was honestly, this final score, we know those last scores were garbage time scores. This was a low scoring affair, right? The defenses were both doing their things on both sides of the ball. We had plenty of opportunity to score, bro, but we didn't execute. Even the defense could have scored, but fucking Dylan Levitt went the other way when he had two blockers over here, and Casey Hayward's like, bro, where was he going? But it's just missed opportunities, and, you know, this is a game won by inches, bro. So if you get in the red zone, you gotta execute, bro. And we just couldn't do it, bro. And defense kept us in that game, that whole game, bro. The only reason that they gave up scores towards the end is because they were fucking tired, bro. The Bengals had a crazy time of possession, bro. Like, you need to understand that the offense also has to do its part to win, bro. And we have to execute. We can't be kicking field goals and shit, or missing field goals, or none of that, bro. We can't, like, we're at that point where, you know, losing 3 games in a row, all these little mistakes, all these, like, you should have more pride in yourself and in your team to continue to play like that. You know what I'm saying? It's another game where Derek Carr said we came out flat, and it's very noticeable, man. The execution wise, the things I've been saying this for 3 weeks, man. It's just they coming out flat, they're not executing, and it's tough. It's tough, especially after everything that's happened this whole season. You know, it's been a rough, I'd say, like 5 weeks, bro. Everything that's happened the last 5 weeks, but this Bengal game is like no different than the last 2 losses, right? Well, I mean, the defense showed out for every game, bro. I was trying to think, but the Chiefs game, they also got a lot of points towards the end when the defense was fucking tired, you know? The defense, it's like, we can hold teams right now. That's all we've been saying. Derek Carr just needs a defense. Derek Carr just needs a defense. And now that we fucking finally got a defense, we can't score the fucking ball. What the fuck, bro? But this game up here, coming up with the Cowgirls, we're gonna start to preview this now, right? So this is Thanksgiving Day on a short week, right? Coming off of 3 losses. One thing I do want to note, this will now be D-Jax's What game was this? Third game with us, right? Yes. So he's had a little bit of time to get acclimated to the playbook, right? He's had more time to study, more things of that nature. Could see, maybe 3 game, maybe not this game or the next game. You might see him get more involved because, coming into a team in the middle of the season, it's very hard. So, like we saw with Odell Beckham on the Rams, they only had him running a limited amount of routes that game that he started. But hopefully we get Deshaun Jackson more involved. I think that would be a huge help going into this game with the Cowgirls. They're pretty good against the run, man. So what we got to do, quick passes, a lot of quick passes. It's been evident throughout this whole season that we cannot run the ball for shit. We sacrificed our offensive line this season, and our best bet is to pass the ball. So quick passes. Like to see more screens, maybe some jet sweeps, I think that will be the key to winning this game. The Cowgirls are without CeeDee Lamb, possibly, and Amari Cooper. CeeDee Lamb has a concussion, and Amari Cooper has the vid, right? So that's a huge help on us. Might be a low-scoring affair again, especially if we don't get the running game going, which is going to be difficult. We know it's been difficult for us all season. The thing that the Cowboys do have is that they do have a good tight end, and we all know Raiders have been shit at covering the tight ends for the last fucking 20 years. They don't know how to cover the tight end. So Dalton Schultz might have a good game, and Gallup is also a good receiver. He's been overshadowed by the fact that he has 2 amazing wide receivers in front of him. We also have Zeke. We can't stop the run for shit. I still think our defense is going to do a great job. I think it's going to be a close game, obviously, since Dak doesn't have his weapons. The Dallas defense is also pretty good as well. It's not the same defense as last fucking season that would get like 40 points put up on them every game. Keys to winning this game: quick passes, and executing the red zone, man. This game is important, man. This is like do or die, bro. Like, it was back when Gruden left. It was like, are you gonna pack in the season, or are you gonna get these wins and, what I'm saying, continue and show the fan base that you're really committed to the season. And this right here is a very important game, and especially due to playoff implications, man. The AFC is so crazy, man, because in comparison, the Niners are 5-5, right? And the Raiders are 5-5, right? In the NFC, the fucking Niners are right there. They're the top team in the hunt to get into that 7th wild card position. The Raiders are the 11th team. Like, that's how close. I feel like it's like that every season, right? The AFC playoff hunt is always super close. There's one thing that does give me hope. Samoan Raider has been posted. I think maybe other Raiders media have been posted, but Samoan Raider, I seen Samoan Raider. It's the coin, man. And the coin has this. So it's predicted every game so far this season, right? Exactly to this point, it's predicted our record, and it has us finishing this season at 10-7, right? I think 10-7. Maybe we might need an 11-6 to sneak into the playoffs, to be honest. But the coin gives me hope, man. If we win on freaking Thursday, because it got us winning on Thursday, right? Against the Cowgirls. If we win on Thursday, man, I'm believing in the coin, and I'm stamping the books of the playoffs, man, on everything. But yeah, if we do win this game, it's gonna be a low affair. I got us winning like 17-10, one of those games. Let's see how it comes out, man. And like I said, this is a very important game, bro, because literally, like, we see a lot of other teams getting hot, like the Titans, 49ers, and those are just the two top teams that came off of my head. But you know what I'm saying? This is where games start mattering for that playoff push. And are we going to be the same Raiders that are going to collapse like we do every season? Or are we actually going to make something out of this season? You know, it's been I honestly don't blame them if nothing happens, because it's been so much crazy shit going on off the field, bro. Like, it's hard to focus on your job. But, you know, it is what it is. You got a job to do, and another day, another dollar, man. But I appreciate y'all. Real Raiders podcast, man. I know we was gone last week. I ain't gonna give no excuses. We just didn't do an episode. But I appreciate you guys. I love rocking with this channel. Make sure if you like the videos, man, subscribe, like, comment, do all that stuff, man. Get the page popping. We're trying to get to 100 subscribers. So please, 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 if you're watching this, hit that subscribe button right now. Other than that, man, happy holidays and happy Thanksgiving from the Real Raiders. And we're out of here.